So Jeremy Corbell says there are a few firsthand witnesses that would testify if called upon. And then he kind of gives a breakdown of what those firsthand witnesses are, what could be described as a firsthand witness. So let's take a look at this tweet by Jeremy Corbell. And he says, a number of firsthand military and intelligence community UAP whistleblowers have directly confirmed to me and George Knapp that they are willing to testify at the next congressional UAP hearing if called. But what does firsthand really mean? There are layered categories of what we refer to as firsthand UAP witnesses or whistleblowers. My personal baseline for the term refers to individuals who meet the following criteria. 1. In an official government capacity, they have personally and verifiably been in close physical proximity to operational UAP craft or functioning components of UAP technology. This typically occurs on military installations, DoD contracted sites, or within SAP qualified laboratories. 2. They have directly and unambiguously observed, participated in testing, cataloging, or protective operations related to UAP hardware or performance study programs. This also includes participation in UAP-related intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance efforts, or direct physical exploitation of UAP craft or associated technology. 3. They have provided substantiated evidence that proves their roles, responsibilities, and involvement at the time and location of exposure, establishing a credible and verifiable foundation for their UAP-related testimony and evidentiary contributions. That is my working definition of a baseline first-hand UAP witness or whistleblower, the most fundamental tier in a multi-layered structure of categories. But there are other valid types of first-hand witnesses, including those with verified exposure to UAP study or concealment programs, those who provide visual, technical documentation and performance evidence of military captured UAP, and those with corroborated proof of intentional government suppression or cover-up of the UAP presence on Earth. Each of these witness types is critical. All levels of testimony and insight contribute, no matter how small their individual piece of the UAP puzzle may seem. Collectively, they form a preponderance of evidence for the reality of the UAP phenomenon, and these people can and must testify at the next congressional hearing on UAP. It's what the public wants. Go, go, UFO transparency. I mean, he's singing the song. He's singing the song. The question is, anybody in the concert, right? That's the whole point, is that, I don't think anybody disagrees, and the way he broke it down, but those are not the types of people that they're getting. So here's my question. Where is the disconnect? Where's the disconnect in where Jeremy Corbell says, we have people, George Knapp and I have people that if Burleson and Luna and the rest of them call them, they'll do it. Where is that conversation? We know that Jeremy Corbell is in contact and has a good relationship with Grush, I believe. So why aren't they talking? Why aren't people, and the other thing in the follow-up to, where's Matthew Brown in all of this? Where is Jake Barber in all of this? Are these people that maybe don't fit the category of, hey, we looked into the background and we don't think that we can prove that they were at the places that they say that they were. There's too many uh-ohs associated with it. I remember that Birch had said at one point that he believes that Jake Barber was a plant or something along those lines. So maybe that's one of their concerns. But everything that Jeremy Corbell is saying there, lines up as far as his definition of who it's going to be or who a whistleblower should be defined as for bringing him in there. Because if you have people who have worked on these things and have that kind of information, I think it would be crucial to have them. And if they know, that's the biggest question here is not the definition of, because I think we all go, yeah, that's the definition. The biggest question out of all of this is, why are they not talking to the people that Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp, and why, and I think this is a question that we probably can answer pretty quickly, but why do people feel so much more comfortable saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to go talk to Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp as opposed to Burleson and Luna, who are running this whole thing? I think that the answer is that they're politicians, and I don't think most people trust politicians, because there is, and I've said this many times over, and I believe it to be true. I do believe that the politicians that are involved in this topic, as in any topics that politicians are involved with, do I think that they care about them? A lot of times I do believe that they care about the topics that they are involved with, but I also think that they are involved with these topics for other reasons. The spotlight element, where does the majority of Burleson, Luna's press really come from? They're known as the kind of UFO politicians now, and they get a lot of press out of it. And again, it doesn't take away whether or not they like it or whether they believe in it or don't believe in it, but there is also an agenda there because they know that that's what they're known for. The other side for a politician is they basically, and Luna said as much on Rogan, they pretty much have to vote whatever their party wants to vote on, even if they don't believe in it. They do these things. So I don't trust politicians, and because it's more of it's Yankees versus Red Sox. It's not really about the people. It's about party. It's party. They can say a million times over that it's party before it's people before party, country before party. It isn't. It just isn't. It's clear as day. And if you believe it, then then they got you. So I can understand why a whistleblower would say, I don't know, can I trust these guys? But it's Jeremy Corbell and Knapp who go, yeah, you can at least trust this process because you can get your voice heard. And it seems to be that's what they're saying. So you would assume that the next phone call is then, okay, hey, Burleson, here are the people that we spoke to. Why don't you have them? That should be the next question. Anybody, if you run a podcast and you're going to interview Burleson, ask him those questions. I've been trying, and I'm done trying. So I've been trying. If you can get Burleson, if you want to tag Burleson, tell him to come on the show. Great, and I'll ask him all the questions. Fine, but I'm done trying. But I want to see someone who does interview him ask these things. The next, whoever it is, if anybody, clip this out and put it somewhere. Clip it out and say, hey, whoever interviews Burleson next, ask him. Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp say that they have people that will testify in a first-hand witness capacity. You have been on the record now saying that you have first-hand witnesses that won't testify. Well, they say that they do. If they have it, can they connect you? Let's not just have people going, oh, well, I saw some UAPs flying around in the sky, and I can tell you they move differently than normally what capacity that we have, because the bunker's going to come out and say they're balloons. So now those people coupled with first-hand witnesses is going to move the needle more. Anyway, what do you guys make of it? You think that this is something that might actually push towards getting more people than just people who saw things in the sky? Do you think we're going to actually get people in these programs? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the flip side.